Nimmo from, about 2018 through 2021 was a guy that can hover around getting on base at a 400 clip, but he was never a guy that was going to hit you 20 home runs. And then in 2023, I mean, he's hit 274 the last 2 years, and he's had an OBP right around 365. But with that, the power has gone up. We saw 24 home runs from Nimmo last year. He's played over 150 games the last 2 years. He's going to be moved off of center field this year for Harrison Bader. Hopefully keep his legs even more fresh. I mean, he's got 13 triples over the last 2 years. He is hitting the ball hard, Joe, and you have to wonder, not only with that, but the pipeline of these players coming up that profile as hitters in the 1 or 2 spot because of the speed, getting on base, making things happen. Jet Williams, a guy that we think can work the same kind of at-bats that Nimmo makes pitchers start the game off working so much, long at-bats, seeing the ball really well. I think this is an interesting wild card in the Mets' pocket right now, and I don't think they have to play it out of the gate. That's the beauty of it. The Mets can go into the season. Nimmo's the leadoff guy. It's worked before. It's a proven formula. But if the Mets get to a point of the season where one of Acuna or Jet Williams or Drew Gilbert is just tearing it up and they need a call-up, it's an interesting wild card to be able to play, especially as we have this conversation all the time of who's going to hit behind Pete Alonso. We think it should be Francisco Alvarez, but I don't hate if it has to be Brandon Nimmo at some point either.
The flexibility is obviously what's the most enticing thing, but where the roster stands today, there is not an alternative to Brandon Nimmo to bat leadoff. The reality is the guy at the top of the order, his primary objective is to get on base. And if you look at projections for the 2024 season, there is not someone within like almost 30 points of projected on base.
Lindor's not that guy, by the way. That's the name I always see. That is not Lindor's player profile at all.
No. I like Lindor in the 2 or 3 spot. Those are spots that I think Lindor profiles best. So to me, you keep Brandon Nimmo lead off, and like you said at the outset of your thought, Connor, see what Brandon Nimmo is this year. Is Brandon Nimmo now a 25 home run, 360 on base guy instead of a 14 home run, 400 on base guy? And sure, Brandon Nimmo doesn't steal bases, and I know there's a lot of talk about you need to bring stolen bases back at the top of the order. When you mentioned Jet Williams, I had tweeted that the other day, that when you look at Jet Williams, you look at Luis Angel Acuna, those are 2 players that have potential leadoff profiles, but they need to get here first. And they need to get here and show that they can handle big league pitching before you're already just thrusting them to the top of the order.
Right.
In a dream scenario, Jet Williams is like the epitome of a profile of exactly anything you could want in a leadoff hitter. He's a plus on base guy, and he could run and steal bases. So he's like the perfect blend, which I think would allow you to have Nimmo flex to the 2 spot, or like you said, maybe it's behind Pete Alonso. But where we stand now, I think, and Carlos Mendoza mentioned this, that right now when everyone's healthy, Nimmo's going to bat leadoff. So I think this is a bit of a future discussion, but it is something to keep in the back of our heads as maybe something that can happen where we have Brandon Nimmo now, and what we know him as previously may not be what he is as he heads into his 30s.